Hello there, my name is Anthony Stokes and I am the IT Digital Media Specialist here at Palo Alto College. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you all about quizzes in Canvas. Let's get to it. Now, in order to create a quiz, what we're going to do is go to our quizzes section over in our Canvas course, come up here to the top right and hit add a quiz. So from here, this is where you would make changes to the properties of the quiz and the description name of the quiz. So right over here, this quiz can be over chemistry, as it says right here. But if we want to, we can actually add a description. We can say this quiz will end whenever. It'll end on Friday. Meaning that will be our access times, and this is where you can give information about the quiz. So from here, you can obviously add photos, links, documents, things along the lines of that. You can even embed certain equations, add a table if you want to, something like if you wanted to add a rubric from here, or if you just wanted to embed any kind of video, you're also able to do that here. From here, you're actually able to make different changes, whether or not you want to add a time limit. Let's say if we wanted to have it be an hour-long quiz. If you have if it's a multiple answers, you're able to shuffle them so that all the students can get different quizzes. You can also allow multiple attempts. You can change the amount of attempts from 1 to 3. And the quiz score that it will keep is you can even change that from it being the highest grade quiz, the latest or most recent grade quiz, or even the average of the three if you want them to take it multiple times. You also have the option to give feedback after the quiz. Right here, it actually shows that the students can see their responses right afterwards, meaning they're able to review all the choices that they made after the quiz. You can even choose whether or not you want this to be after each attempt if you have more than one attempt, or if it's going to just be, if we don't want multiple attempts, you can see that each of those attempts change. But we're going to go ahead and put that back on. You can also let the students see the correct answers after the quiz if you would like. You also have the option to choose whether or not you want to show one question at a time, or if you want to show all of the questions at once. You can even have the questions automatically lock in right when they answer it if you would like. You can also require them to have an access code, or if they have like a specific IP address, or if they're connected to a specific Wi-Fi, meaning that they would have to take it in person if you would like that. You can also assign it to everybody, or if you just want to assign it to a specific student, you're also able to do that from here. Now here you can actually add a due date of the quiz. So since I said that it was going to be on Friday, we're going to go ahead and do that. But you can also set up the availability of the quiz and when it opens and obviously when it closes. So what we're going to do is, let's say that this will go ahead and become available today. And this quiz will become unavailable for anybody to look at, we'll say next week. That just about wraps up all of the properties, but here we are with the questions. So this actually allows you to create questions on the fly if you would like to do that. The first thing we'll ask you about the question is what kind of question you would like, whether you want it to be multiple choice, true or false, if you want them to upload a file, or if you want them to answer in an essay format, in a formula, a numerical answer. You're able to choose any one of these choices or these style of questions for this exam if you would like. From here, you would actually ask the question. Let's say, what color is the sky? Because I chose a multiple choice question, it'll actually give us an output like this, to where we can put the correct answer, blue. But let's say we also wanted to put other answers in there for them to choose from. So what we're gonna do is choose the other possible answers for this. And let's go with green. And there we go, these 3 red questions are incorrect, but the correct answer is blue. We would update this question, And there we go, we have our first question. Now if you look over here, you'll actually see Find Questions. Now what Find Questions allows you to do is if you already have a question or course or quiz bank filled with multiple questions that you would like to choose from, you can actually go to the specific one and you can click on a question you would like to add. And let's go with these important questions and we'll do this one. So these are all the questions that I wanted to add, and from here you can actually just click Add Questions. So what this basically did was just add the questions that I wanted to add within that. But we're gonna go with chapter 4, we'll go with this Albany and apprentices, and we'll go ahead and add those questions. Albany apprentices, and here we are with these questions. So this actually allows you to build tests a lot quicker with creating and pulling questions from quiz banks. Keep in mind that if you do make any changes to a quiz, there is a tick box down here to notify all the users that this quiz actually changed. So you are able to update the quizzes and also update the students, letting them know that this quiz has changed. And we're gonna go ahead and save this. Now let's say if we don't have any question banks, but we want to create a few. Well, what we can do is instead of hitting Add a Quiz, we can click these 3 dots and hit Manage Question Bank. From here, you're actually able to create a whole new question bank. Since we were doing a chemistry question bank, we're able to pull it from right here. And the same way that we created questions in the quiz, we're able to do that here. So let's say if we wanted to do what color is the sky again, we're still able to put all of these answers within this question bank. Here we go, we'll go ahead and update this question, and now we have what color is the sky in this question bank. Now let's say we have a lot of question banks, but we want to add specific questions from these banks into this chemistry one. Well, what we're able to do is we're able to go into the bank that we want to add these to and move multiple questions. Meaning that if we want to take that question, this question, and this question, we're still able to move all of these questions into the chemistry one. So now all of those should have been moved right on over. And now when we go to the chemistry one, instead of having that one question about the sky being blue, or the question about the color of the sky, you now have all of these questions that were pulled from that other question bank. Now that only works if you have the quizzes already built into this course. But let's say we don't have those quiz questions built into this course, it's on a different course. Well, what we would do is we would go to that other course. In this case, we'll go ahead and use, this Intro to Online Course Design and pull from there. So what we would do from here is we would go to the settings area of that course that we want to pull from, and we're going to export course content. From here, we are able to choose what if we would want to export a quiz. So in this case, we don't want all of these, we'll just do the pre-module quiz, and it's going to create an export. After a couple moments, this quiz will export and become a new export right up here. Once we click on this, it'll automatically save that quiz as a zip file. So now that we have that saved, we can go back to the course that we want to implement into this, and we would hit Import Existing Content. Now from here, instead of doing a normal zip file, you would actually do a QTI zip file, and you would select the course that you would want. The reason why you would want to do a QTI zip file is because normal zip files have a bunch of different types of documents. This is specifically just the questions. So this would actually allow you to choose which question bank you would want these questions to go into. Since we want these in chemistry, we're going to go ahead and import that into there. And as you can see, it's already queuing up, and it's going to start transferring all of these questions right on over. All right, so as we can see, it is already completed. So now if we go back to the questions, or within quiz, manage question banks. And here we go, here's that pre-module quiz that we were wanting from that Intro to Course Design. here is all of those questions. We're able to move all these multiple questions right on over. Gotta go by and select one by one. And now that all the questions have been selected, we're able to move all of these over to chemistry. And now you'll actually see that all of these questions, this entire question bank is now empty with 0 questions, and chemistry now has all of those questions that we were looking for. And that's how you would pull from a different course and be able to implement that into your question bank. That about wraps it up on our quizzes. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. See you later, everyone.